Set up in front of goaltender Don Beaupre, and I think he is going to go along with Musil. 4-0 Kings, 7:46 left to play. We'll be back. This is the Los Angeles Kings Hockey Network.
Buy a Sharp Office copier now and pay no finance charge.
For tripping.
Fran Musil is getting 2 minutes for tripping Baumgartner right in front, and Baumgartner is getting 2 minutes for interference in the crease. So the coincidental minors and the Kings will remain with a two-man advantage, although it's winding down. 14 seconds left on the two-man advantage. 4-0 Kings, 7:46 left to play. Kings still without a decent opportunity on this two-man advantage. Herb Brooks looking around, and I think right now, Bob, Herb is just looking for healthy bodies. Pat Price, former defenseman in the NHL with a number of teams, including the Islanders and Quebec, is to Herb Brooks' left. He is listed as a player assistant coach, but he hasn't played in all but a couple of games this year.
Well, the North Stars have now given up 13 goals in their last two games, and they've scored only one, so they are frustrated. One of the games they won just before they got wiped out by St. Louis 9-1, Nick, was 2-1 over the Islanders when McClellan scored with 1 second left. Actually, maybe even less than that. They had a 2-on-1 against the Islanders with about 4 seconds left in the game, and they scored right at the buzzer. Now the Kings with it. Nichols in front. He shoots. Save. Beaupre. Rebound. Carson for the hat trick. Can't score. Taylor with it. Taylor to the right side to Nichols. Bernie shoots. Save. Rebound. Hammond shot deflected wide. North Stars get one man out of the penalty box. So they are now down by one man for 28 seconds. Kings back to get it. 4-0 Kings lead with 7:15 to go. We're in the third period. Up to center ice. Here's Hammond. He gets it on the right wing to Taylor. Battling his way into the North Star zone. Taylor in the corner. 15 seconds to go on the power play. Taken away by Neil Broughton. Broughton from Minnesota comes to center with a 3-on-3. Here's Broughton with Lawton. Gives it to Lawton in deep. And his pass back to Broughton broken up. Kings with it. Back to center comes Taylor. Taylor ahead to Robitaille across the line. North Stars back at full strength. Pass over to Carson from Robitaille, but Jimmy didn't see it till the last second. Couldn't get it, and it's cleared out to center ice by Minnesota. Gordy Roberts cleared it. Kings with it again. Ledyard, right side, shoots, and a save off the stick of Beaupre. Ledyard with a head of steam coming down the right side. 6.5 minutes to go, third period. Kings ahead, 4-0. North Stars with it as Beaupre sends Ledyard's helmet all the way out to center ice. Now down the right wing side into the Kings zone. Dave Archibald dropped it back, and a shot by Brook and a save. Rebound into the right wing corner. Hard check by Gay, but a penalty coming up.
I think they're going to get Larry Playfair for holding on to Archibald to the left of Melanson.
So we have 6:14 to go in the third period. The Kings have a 4-0 lead. This game is coming to you live from the fabulous Forum.
Kings Hockey is brought to you by Miller Lite. For great taste, there's only one light beer, Miller Lite. And by Discount Tire Centers. For championship performance and unbeatable prices, Discount Tire Centers. We cut prices, not quality.
13:46.
Larry Playfair, who leads the Kings in penalty minutes with 128 now, goes to the penalty box, holding Archibald just to the left of goaltender Rolly Melanson as Melanson made a save, and Playfair held up Archibald from getting at a rebound. Big Larry Playfair at 6'4", 215, number 23 of the Kings, just holding aside Archibald.
Playing away again. Kings drive it all the way down the Minnesota zone. North Stars, with 6 minutes left to go in the game, have a long hill to climb. They're down 4-0, but they've got the man advantage now. Down the right wing, going in deep is Chambers. Chambers behind the King net, bumped by Nichols. Nichols goes hard backward into the boards, and Chambers' pass comes all the way back into the Minnesota zone. 5:44 to go, third period. Tuesday night will be at Vancouver. KGIL and KMNY Radio live at 7:20. Wednesday night right back here. KGIL Radio, Kings and the Vancouver Canucks. Next Saturday night, Edmonton Oilers with Wayne Gretzky back in the lineup now. Will be here Saturday night. And the Calgary Flames, the leaders of the Smythe Division, will be here Sunday night, a week from tomorrow night. Tickets for all those games available in advance. Forum box office and all Ticketmaster outlets. Puck is driven deep into the King zone. Now Kennedy and McClelland meet to the left of the King net. Marouk digs it out. Here's Marouk to the blue line to Gordy Roberts. Roberts to Marouk, left wing. He had to play it off the boards. Marouk still with it, left wing corner. Pass in front, gloved by Melanson, and had it gone through, Nick, Bjugstad was ready to pull the trigger on the right side of the crease.
Well, they worked it down the left side, and veteran forward Dennis Marouk spotted Bjugstad in front, but I think Melanson anticipated that play. And from the corner, he centers, goes by McClellan. Melanson gloves it before Bjugstad could get a chance. So Rollie Melanson has been sharp. Again, he hasn't been tested with a lot of tough opportunities, but he's come up big every time the North Stars have had an excellent scoring chance. The shots are even unofficially at 32 apiece, but it has been deceiving because the Kings have really outchanced Minnesota here tonight. Now we have some words. Ledyard and one of the North Stars, Gordy Roberts, as we get set for a face-off. Ledyard, I think, is still upset from earlier when he had his helmet separated from his head by Fran Musil on a line rush.
Now we're going to get a penalty here as referee Rob Schick goes over to the penalty timekeeper.
Well, this might be delay of the game or something. We'll have to see. We've seen just about everything. North Stars are getting the penalty. Gordy Roberts and Grant Ledyard as well. 10-minute misconduct. So they're gone for the balance of the game with 4:59 left. Grant Ledyard shaking his head, can't believe it as he walks off to the dressing room right now. Grant Ledyard, number 4, and for the North Stars, Gordy Roberts is gone. A couple of defensemen.
Down to the penalties, 15:01.
4:59 remaining here in this third period with the Kings ahead 4-0. Kings have another date at Minnesota coming up on the 17th of February, and that'll do it for the season series between the two teams. Minnesota's only appearance this year here in the Forum. North Stars with it. Here's Bill Terry, the rookie, in the right wing corner. He drops it off to Scott Bjugstad. Bjugstad playing it out of the right point to Lawton. Power play for Minnesota for another 25 seconds. Lawton to Bjugstad. Bjugstad into Terry, tipped away. Now Terry with it. Back to Bjugstad on the right side. Bjugstad back into Terry. Didn't get the pass. Now he plays it off the boards. Bill Terry still with it. Into the corner to Bjugstad. 10 seconds to go on the power play. To the blue line to Lawton. Back on the right side to Terry. Playing catch with it, but not getting any shots. Here's Terry, right wing side to the blue line to Lawton. Lawton shoots, save Melanson. Rebound in front, cleared to the blue line, but not out by Nichols. Kings are back at full strength, and Jay Wells clears it to center, but it's out of the reach of Bernie Nichols. Lawton back to get it. 4 minutes to go, third period. Another good penalty kill for the Kings. Not one good chance for the North Stars, and that two-man advantage, or rather 2-minute advantage. 4-0 in favor of the Kings. Here is Bob Rouse for Minnesota, sending it out to center. Puck taken away. Here's Taylor on a break. He's got Carson. Looking for the hat trick. He shoots. He scores! Jimmy Carson with his second career hat trick, second this season. He had one earlier against St. Louis. Dave Taylor gave Carson the puck, and he put it on the backhand up high for his third of the night, and the Kings lead 5-0.
Kurt Giles had his pocket picked by Dave Taylor, who turned, had clear sailing down the right side. His hats now litter the ice. And Carson scores the hat-trick goal at 16-18. So Carson with a 4-point night. Taylor with a beautiful feed. Carson on his backhand. And he waited for Beaupre to commit. Beaupre went down, and Carson put the backhander up high. Face-off out at center ice. 3:38 to go in the game. 5-0 in favor of the Kings. Puck taken on the right side by Minnesota. They clear it out to center. The only thing left for the North Stars now is to try and break the shutout. Puck comes across the King blue line. Tipped back out to center by Baumgartner. Now at center ice, it's rolled by Zemlak into the King zone. Baumgartner with a hard check on Brook. Look out for them now. We got a penalty coming up. Baumgartner going to get the penalty, I think, here for high sticking. Kings are upset with Brook, of course, for throwing Paul Gay into the boards. Rollie Melanson comes over to the bench.
And Baumgartner is going to go to the penalty box.
5th Kings goal, Carson's 31st, the hat trick goal from Taylor. Baumgartner, number 22, lining up Brook. And Brook spins off the check. Then Baumgartner got the stick up underneath the chin of Brook. The arm goes up from Rob Schick. And a penalty here at 16:49. Ken Baumgartner, recalled a couple of days ago, as 3 King defensemen are either ill or injured. Baumgartner, 21 years old, 6'1", 200. And he's a tough customer. So the Bomber, as they call him, goes to the penalty box. And the North Stars, trying to get on the scoreboard, will have the power play for the 6th time here in the game tonight. A lot of power plays for both clubs. This is the 6th for the North Stars. The Kings are 3 of 9 tonight. Face-off outside the Kings' blue line.
And on the draw, it comes back into the Kings zone, chased in by Jay Wells. Wells pass to the middle, intercepted. Mantha shooting, blocked by Kennedy. Taken by the Kings. Bourne ahead to Nichols. Nichols down the right side, looking for a shorthander. Nichols shooting, saved by Beaupre. And the puck is tucked underneath Beaupre's pads by Mo Mantha.
Well, Bobby Bourne came bolting out of his own zone to make it a quick 2-on-1. It wasn't really a clean 2-on-1. Marouk was hustling back, but Nichols fakes the snapshot, then brings it in and shoots as it's deflected into the pads of Beaupre, and then Beaupre got some help in covering up from Mo Mantha. 5-0 Kings with 2:55 left. North Stars are on the power play.
And the North Stars have in their own zone. They start out now on the right wing side. Here's Mantha dropping it back. Chambers drives it from center ice. It comes into Broughton, right wing side, King zone. Broughton still with it against the right wing boards. His pass in deep, gets away from McClellan. Now Kennedy with it, and he can't clear it. At the left point, it's held in there. Over to the right side to Mo Mantha. He shoots, and a glove stop by Melanson, and he gets a quick whistle on it. The last shutout for the Kings was by Rolly Melanson. January 14th, 1987. Just a little over a year ago, 4-0 over Vancouver. Now the fans chanting, "Rolly, Rolly." Boy, that reminds you of the mid-70s when they were chanting, "Rogie, Rogie." Well, they've just changed one letter in it now. It's got to be music to his ears. Rolly Melanson, 34 saves tonight, 12 here in the third period. And a timeout called now by the Kings.
I think what Robbie Ftork's strategy right here, Bob, is obviously the game is going to be won by the Kings with just 2:29 left, but I think he wants to give his penalty killers a rest with 1:18 left on the penalty to Baumgartner. He wants Rolly Melanson and the Kings to get this shutout. So Robbie Ftork, he's not really talking to anybody in general. I think he just wanted to give the penalty killers a little breather for 30 seconds. The face-off will be in the King zone as the North Stars try and work with the power play. Melanson coming up big on a couple of occasions tonight on Brian McClellan. Gagne earlier this period. Marouk had a break but fired high on a backhander. And in the first period from point blank, Brian McClellan again. So really the most dangerous North Star forward, and he's only had a couple of good opportunities, has been Brian McClellan tonight. And he's out there now.
Ready on the draw to the left of Rolly Melanson. Remember our post-game show coming up. Nick will be talking with one of the Kings as a star of the game, and we'll have scores of other games around the league and the highlights all coming your way on the post-game show. North Stars with it, trying to break the shutout. Here's Mantha to the left side of Chambers, back to Mantha, right side to Broughton. 1:05 to go in the power play. Here's Broughton, right wing side, pass into McClellan, tried to jam it in, save. Broughton on a rebound, save made by Rolly Melanson.
Well, Melanson had to react quickly there as the puck was bouncing around in the air after McClellan tried to jam it in on the short side. Now, Broughton is pushed away from the crease by Dean Kennedy. So Broughton, who's having an off year, again 2 years ago, 105 points, but McClellan tried to jam it in. The puck deflects, and then trying to chip it in was Broughton, and Rolly made an arm save with his right arm and then covered up.
Face-off will be to the right of Melanson. 2:10 to go, third period. 5-0 Kings lead. And on the draw, Bernie Nichols. Now a drive wide to the left side as it looked like Shot just went wide of the right goalpost. Held in by Mantha. Now on the right side to Maruk. Maruk's pass down in the corner, taken there by McClellan. He's bumped along the boards. He tries to kick it free to Broughton. Now spinning around is Kennedy trying to get it, but Neil Broughton has it for Minnesota. 36 seconds ago on the power play. Shot by Mantha. Stick save by Melanson. Fans roaring now on every save. Here's Broughton with a shot. Deflected wide. Broughton again. In front to McClellan. And I think his shot got stopped by Wells. And now Melanson dives on the loose puck.
Well, Melanson, cat-like, as he looks around from left to right to try and follow that puck after McClellan and Wells were battling for it. And then Wells tried to carry it, lost it, and Rowley jumped out top of his crease to glove it. He actually dived for it before Broughton could get the loose puck. So the North Stars all around the net of Rowley Melanson, but Melanson is cat-like and making saves and pouncing on loose pucks.
Well, now the North Stars have decided to call a timeout, and they'll gather around Herb Brooks, but all they're trying to do is break the shutout now. They're not going to win the game. 1:35 left to go. 5-0 in favor of Minnesota. Say, we want to remind you, next Thursday night, February 4th, the public is invited to a KLAC Kings party with special guest Jay Wells and Grant Ledyard. There will be music and dancing, a free food buffet, and great prizes, including free tickets for the Kings Edmonton game on Saturday, February 6th. You can win the grand prize of a free trip to Boston for two to see the Kings play the Bruins, courtesy of American Airlines and Sheraton Hotel. For details on the time and location of the Kings KLAC party, listen to KLAC on your radio dial. Well, a nice standing ovation by the fans for Rowley Melanson, as he gets set for the face-off to his right. A lot of the fans by now know the game is won and have gone. A good crowd tonight, 13,906. On the draw, North Stars with it, trying to break the shutout. They got a power play for 20 seconds. Broughton to the left point to Chambers, to the right side to Mantha. Mantha down the right side to Maruk, up the middle. Chambers shooting wide to the left side. As perhaps the goaltender Melanson got his stick on it, the Kings clear it back into the Minnesota zone. 3 seconds to go, and Baumgartner will be out of the penalty box. Kings are back at full strength. Here's Maruk shooting, and a stick save, Melanson. Maruk with a hard shot from the left side. Now we've got a whistle. Hand pass called. Maruk had a hard shot from the left wing, and Rowley Melanson made the stick save. We're now down to 1:05 left to go in the game, and the fans going, Rowley, Rowley once again. Maruk with a shot. Melanson got his right leg pad out, but it was his stick that deflected the puck into the corner. Remember, the Kings Tuesday will be at Vancouver. We'll be on KGIL and KMNY radio at 7:20. Wednesday night, right back here, Vancouver and the Kings on KLAC, starting with our talk show, phone-in talk show at 10 minutes to 7. Next Saturday night, radio and TV, when Edmonton and Wayne Gretzky are here. And a week from tomorrow night, Calgary here. Less than a minute to go in the third period. Kings have a 5-0 lead. Rowley Melanson and the Kings working on the shutout. The first of this season. Puck comes in deep into the Minnesota zone. Musil gives it around to the right side to Rouse. Now to center. Taken by McRae. Gave it away. Here's Gay, right wing. He shoots, and a save by Beaupre. 30 seconds left to go in regulation. Here is Taylor with it to the blue line to Playfair, left point. Playfair sends it behind the Minnesota net. 20 seconds left to go. Kings pass up the middle. Taylor with it. Taylor throws it down in the right wing corner. Now behind the net to Gay. 15 seconds left, and the Kings will have the shutout. Left point. Playfair shooting, and a save by Beaupre. 10 seconds to go. North Stars maybe with a final chance. Archibald drives it in. The fans count it down. 3, 2, 1. Shutout for Rowley Melanson. Rowley Melanson with a shutout. Now both teams left the bench too early, I'm sure. They're not supposed to do that until they're released by the referee. Some words exchanged out at center ice. But That's as far as it goes, and the Kings a very happy bunch tonight as they congratulate Rollie Melanson. He gets credit for the shutout, but this was really a team effort. An outstanding effort from start to finish by the Kings tonight. Robbie Ftorek has to be happy. The crowd is happy. And the Kings have moved ahead of Vancouver into sole possession of 4th place in the Smythe Division. A shutout victory for the Kings here tonight over the Minnesota North Stars. The Kings win it 5. We'll be right back in just a moment. This is the Los Angeles Kings Hockey Network. Off to poor starts in the last couple of games and letting the opponents get ahead. Tonight they didn't do that. The Kings got the first goal of the game, naturally, in a shutout, and went on to win. And they also forechecked very well in the first period. That's what Mike Allison said they had to do, put the pressure on Minnesota. And as we mentioned at the end of the play-by-play, this was a shutout for the goaltender, Rollie Melanson, but what a great effort by all of the Kings. They forechecked well, they back-checked well, the forwards came back and played defense, exactly the efforts that they have to get here at home as we go down through February and March. And the Kings break a 2-game losing streak with this victory tonight, and they were very effective on the power play, getting 3 power play goals in this game tonight. So now the Kings will go on a 1-game road trip. That'll be up in Vancouver on Tuesday night, as it's a must-win game for both of those teams, and we'll have it for you on radio only, KGIL and KMNY, beginning at 7:20 Tuesday night.
Hockey action is brought to you by Toyota. Quality right down the line. Who could ask for anything more? And by Beck's Beer. Beck's, the #1 imported German beer.
Hello again, everybody. Back here at the Fabulous Forum, where the Los Angeles Kings have shut out the visiting Minnesota North Stars by a count of 5-0. And our player of the game is the victorious goaltender, Rollie Melanson, his first shutout of the season. And Rollie, we mentioned throughout the course of the game, a great team effort, a great team shutout. You got a pretty good look at the shots you faced tonight, didn't you?
Well, definitely. We did a good job clearing the guys from front of the net, and we all worked hard. We're still working on our game to try to eliminate so many shots against us, but at least when we go out there and have the intensity we had tonight, you can work on that, and we got a good schedule coming up. Hopefully it's going to get a lot better.
You seemed like you were really in the game as the game progressed. You were cat-like, you were sharp, you were sure of yourself and pouncing on loose pucks.
Well, definitely my concentration, playing about once a week, you're looking forward to every game, but I did feel really sharp. My concentration was really extraordinary to that. It's not too often I like give myself some compliments, but my confidence was definitely at the top of my game and my concentration, and it showed out there.
Well, talking about the concentration in the third period, you had to make a couple of in-tight saves as Brian McClellan started it with a walkout.
Yeah, the only thing I was trying to do here is I was concentrating on the walkout, make sure he didn't put anything through my feet or short side, and the rebound came out, and it was all reaction. Like I said, when your concentration is on the top of your game, you make those saves. Other nights you have to struggle to get through one period without giving up a goal. So things worked out well tonight, and I'm pleased.
Now, the game plan. The Kings had been getting off to slower starts, but they came out and they forechecked the Minnesota North Stars. Everything kind of fell into place after Carson got that early goal, it seemed.
Well, definitely when you play with a lead, it makes it easier for everybody. You can afford to make a few mistakes and not get behind the 8 ball. And, we kind of had the momentum all game, and we didn't make any crucial mistakes to give up the lead, and we just kept building on it. And the guys worked hard for 60 minutes. It was a good team effort.
The long road trips are over. 17 of the final 27 are here at home, including tonight's big win. What is it going to mean for the club as they know they have a good February as far as home games?
Well, definitely. I mean, you travel with us, Nick. You know the grueling schedule we've been through the last 4 or 5 months, and it's at times you're 27, you feel like 47. So it's I'm sure a lot of the guys felt a little bit tired even today, coming off that 5-game trip and in 7 nights. But we want to have a good home schedule the rest of the way, and if we can do that, I think we'll be in great position coming down the stretch, getting ready for the playoffs.
And hopefully you'll hear that chant of Rollie a couple more times, right?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Rollie Melanson, our player of the game, with his first shutout of the year, as the Los Angeles Kings take care of the Minnesota North Stars 5-0. We'll be back. This is the Los Angeles Kings Hockey Network.
If
you could ask for Toyota quality and get a truckload of free options.